Well, Matt, what can we say? It wasn't terribly pretty out there, but you got the job done.
Terribly is a very nice word for what I put on today, but I got the job done, as you said, and there was a lot of stress and a lot of anxious moments out there, but came through with a lip-in putt on the last to get the trophy, which was nice.
Fabulous. I think I just need to open it to questions on the floor, please.
Just talk us through the putt on the last, Matt, because if you got a tape measure and put the worst imaginable length of putt to have to win the Open, that'd probably be it.
Yeah.
What were you thinking? And
Definitely.
As it felt?
It's not the most comfortable putt. I would have much preferred to leave it to a tap in or give distance, but I was expecting Jordan to make that. I've played enough rounds of golf with him where he makes those putts. He didn't putt well today, and I thought he was due to make one, and he didn't, but I was just lucky. It caught the left lip and went in. I thought I'd missed it left, but one of those things that just went in, and I was very, very happy.
Bernie.
Matt, you've talked all week about Greg Norman being your boyhood idol. What does it mean now to get your name on the same Stonehaven trophy as Greg?
Yeah, it's amazing. It's something I would have thought about from when I was 6, when I first met him. I tried not to think about it this week because I knew, as you saw today, anything can happen on a golf course, and you can be one swing away from doing what I did and having no chance to win. But to have my name on this trophy with like Nicholas, Newton, Norman, all those guys, it's a dream come true for me, and something that I can't have taken away from me.
Matt, given the last 2 Open champions have gone on to win 2 majors the following year, do you think this can maybe catapult you to the next your career season?
Yeah, well, I'm in the British Open, so hopefully I can win that one. I'm not in any other majors right now, but look, it was a very stressful day for me. It's it was a new experience for me. I had it at the PGA. But I battled away today, which was fantastic the way I did. I could have let it slip and let it get away easily, but I fought it out, ground it out, and that's something I can use for later on down the road next year on tour.
And despite your round shots like 12 and 14, did you think I'm just hitting too many good shots not to win this?
No, not today at all. No, it was tough. The wind's tough out there. I don't know how Pampling shot 61. But that bunker shot on 12 was very important. I know hitting off that tee shot, miss it anywhere left because there's one spot you can't miss it, it's in those trees. So it's just things like that I let slip out there, which made it a lot more harder on myself than I needed to.
Joey.
You mentioned that bunker shot on 12 was also the one from the sand on 17. What do you say to yourself in those moments? How do you get yourself out of them to make sure your head stays on track?
Normally, I'm a very comfortable and very confident bunker player. My bunker play is normally very good. So I knew I had off a little upslope. I knew I was a chance to hole it. Worst case, I was going to get up and down, so I was only going to drop a shot. So I knew I had a positive thought going into that shot, which was helpful. I could have been negative after hitting the tree on my second shot, but and then getting up and down on 17, I knew that was huge. I asked my caddy how I stood because we hadn't seen a scoreboard for the last few holes, so I didn't know if Adam birdied 18 or not. I thought I had 2-shot lead playing the last, not a 1-shot lead. So, but to have a par 17 it was fantastic, and it was a putt just like I had on 18, same length. But I made that one a little easier.
Matt, I saw you got pretty emotional talking about your mum and dad on the television coverage. Were they here today, and what's it mean to win it with them here? And also you mentioned Gary as well, the impact he's had.
Yeah, my parents they've sacrificed a lot for me to go to the States, play golf in America, to follow my dream. They were out there watching. My brother, I have a lot of family and relatives out here this week. Friends from Oyster Bay and the Sutherland Shire that have come out to watch me, and then Gary, who works here, who's spent tireless hours waking up at 1 a.m. to give me lessons on a range while I'm in a tour event, or he sacrifices a lot to give me a chance to compete week in and week out on tour. And this trophy is just as much his as it is mine.
Will?
Matt, talking about stress walking off the 9th green, what was going through your mind then? And that hole itself, can you just talk us through a bit what happened?
Yeah, I just playing that hole. I know miss it left, don't go in that front bunker on the tee shot, don't go on the fairway bunker. So I hit it left, and I just tried to go over the tree, which normally 9 out of 10 times I'd just go straight over the tree, but I caught the groove thin, just caught the top of the tree. But playing this golf course, the front nine is the tough nine for me. I knew getting to the back nine with a chance, that's all I wanted to do, is get to the back nine with a chance, because I know I can birdie some holes out in the back nine. So I was lucky enough to do that. I had a good number on my fourth shot on 9, but that's tough. Straight downwind, you're so trained on this golf course I am from the years past that you land it short and everything bounces up, but hitting the bank and just stops. So, but yeah, it was just a tough, bad shot. I knew I was still in the lead at the time, or tied for the lead at the time, so I wasn't that shaken. Probably my getting up and down on 10 for par was very important, not to let it slip, because I could have let it go from that point on, knowing with those 11 where that pin was, I could have gone bogey there and really been in trouble. But getting up and down there was huge.
Bruce.
Congratulations, Matt. In addition to the great trophy, the title, and the start of the Open Championship, it also elevates your profile in Australia, which has been perhaps flying under the radar a little bit. Does that mean much to you?
To have a higher profile
Yes,
in Australia? Of course it does. If I can inspire young kids to play golf and help them out any way I can, if they're interested in golf, sure. If it helps me worldwide, that'd be fantastic. I'm sure I'll be noticed a little more walking around the street maybe in Australia at the horse races next weekend, but I'm just happy to have my name on this trophy. I'm happy to play behind Adam and Jason. They're amazing. They've won majors. They're what I aspire to do.
Matt, you must have felt like the hunted at times out there today. Scott and Spieth just relentlessly, and Scott especially, chasing you down. Does that make it different when you're out there, that it's those two and not perhaps some other players? Or just some thoughts on what was unfolding? Because as a spectator, it was extraordinarily exciting, though no doubt stressful for you guys out there.
Yeah, no, it didn't make any difference who it was. If it was Aaron Price, if it was Lincoln Tye, they're all good golfers. They're all up in the lead in the Australian Open. So to be able to do it and beat those two is fantastic. I'm sure I can take confidence out of going head-to-head and coming out on top with those two. Adam had a tougher task and he played amazing today. But it's something I can use down the road, and I'm just happy to come out on top.
Martin.
I know you're reasonably good friends with Jordan. Was there much interaction today, given the circumstances?
Yeah, of course. We talked.
Any bets?
Any bets?
Bets.
No, none today. But we talked. We didn't talk about a lot of positive shots. We didn't hit too many out there between us. We started off pretty sloppy and we battled away. But we always talk. He and his caddy Mike and I and my caddy Shannon. We've all got on well from the first time I played with Jordan back in 13 or 12 when he was coming on tour. So it's great to play with him. He's a great kid, and he's fantastic for golf.
You say you aspire to win majors. Given how well you went at the PGA and now the confidence you'll get from this, do you feel like a major player now, and do you think you might be ready to win one maybe next year?
Yeah, well, to give myself chances, yes. To win majors, I'd have to play a lot better than I did today on a Sunday. That just wouldn't cut it in a major out against those guys. It was pretty sloppy for me today, but I had the cushion going into the round, which was handy. But I'd like to think that I can compete with those guys in majors, and I'll take as much confidence as I can from this, that I can go out and beat them. I did it at the Australian Open, so why can't I go and do it at the British Open?
Any explanation for the sloppy start, Matt? Is it just nerves, or you've been almost flawless for 3 days?
Sorry?
Explanation for why such a poor start after the first 3 days of brilliance?
I just hit a terrible shot on my second shot on 1. Number 2, I just hit the wrong club and then it got plugged in the face, and I didn't think I could get it out. It was an awful lie. 3. It was just one of those days. It was a tough day with a little bit of nerves. It's a different position for me, having a 3-shot lead on a Sunday. So it was good for me to see how I handle myself and what I can take from that, and what I can work on to try and improve myself for the next time it happens.
Matt, you probably haven't thought about this. this stage, but any thoughts of where you might take the Stonehaven Trophy to display, perhaps here in Sydney and maybe also back home in Arizona?
Yeah, I actually have not thought of it. I didn't even know if I could take it with me. Can I take it with me? Yeah, I'll probably. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm sure I'll try and get it home back to America. I'll leave it here. I'm sure I'll leave it here at the Australian at some point as well. But I'm sure we'll have some fun with it tonight.
Any more questions, ladies and gentlemen? Join me in congratulating the Emirates Australian Open winner for 2015.
Thank you. Thank you.